You've met them, the ones who drain the life out of every room they enter, the ones who twist your words, test your patience, and somehow make their chaos feel like your fault. You try to stay calm, but their negativity clings to you like smoke. You replay what you should have said. You question if you're the problem, and by the end of the day, your peace feels poisoned. Sound familiar? This is the quiet war no one talks about. The war against toxic people. And if you're not careful, you become their reflection, defensive, reactive, and bitter. But the Stoics faced this battle too. They dealt with liars, manipulators, betrayers, emperors and slaves alike, who learned the same truth. You don't beat toxicity by fighting it. You beat it by mastering yourself. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you that disturbs you, but your judgment about what happens." That's the key. You cannot control who enters your life, but you can decide how much space they take inside your mind. So today, we're not here to talk about them. We're here to learn how to deal with them, to take back control. Here are 12 Stoic ways to deal with toxic people, not by changing them, but by changing your power over them. 1. The path of recognition. Before you can rise above toxicity, you must see it clearly. Picture your mind as a citadel, a fortress of reason and peace. Every thought, every emotion, a guard at the gate. If you don't recognize a threat, you'll invite it in. A toxic person thrives on confusion. They twist small doubts into heavy truths, turn kindness into weakness, and feed on reaction. They criticize, manipulate, and drain your energy, slowly, consistently. Epictetus warned us, what upsets people is not things themselves, but their opinions about things. When someone's words cut deep, pause. Ask yourself, is this wound real or just my interpretation of their noise? Recognition breaks the spell, because once you see the behavior for what it is, it loses its power to define you. That's awareness. And awareness is the first shield of the Stoic mind. 2. The path of boundaries. Imagine Marcus Aurelius at the gates of Rome, a ruler surrounded by chaos, yet calm, unmovable. His strength wasn't in conquering others, it was in protecting his inner walls. Your boundaries are those walls. They are not walls of pride or ego, but walls of clarity. They separate what belongs to you, your peace, your time, your energy, from what belongs to others, their drama, their moods, their storms. When someone crosses that line, speak with calm precision, not anger. I can't talk right now. I don't appreciate being spoken to that way. Simple, direct, unapologetic. Boundaries are not about punishment. They're about protection. And when those lines are tested, as they will be, hold them with consistency, not rage. Because the moment you defend your peace without aggression, you prove you are no longer controlled by others. You are ruled only by reason. That is the Stoic wall, strong, still, and unshakable. 3. The path of indifference. Some people crave chaos. They throw hooks made of sarcasm, guilt, and provocation, hoping you'll bite, but you don't have to. Seneca called this the art of apatheia, freedom from destructive emotion. Indifference doesn't mean you don't care. It means you refuse to be controlled. When someone provokes you, they want your energy. Your reaction is their reward. Take that away, and they starve. Psychology calls it emotional detachment. Stoicism calls it discipline. So when they mock, manipulate, or blame, don't defend, don't explain, don't bite, respond like stone. Neutral, calm, a smooth surface with nothing for their claws to grip. Say less, feel less, give nothing, not coldness, control. Because indifference isn't apathy, it's emotional sovereignty, the power to decide what enters your mind and what never gets past the gate. 4. The path of repetition. Some people won't hear you once. They'll test, twist, and try again. That's where the Stoic practice of perseverance comes in. Modern therapists call it the broken record technique. Stoics would call it consistency in virtue. When manipulation meets repetition, you become unshakable. You don't argue. You don't defend. You simply restate your truth, calmly, again and again. No, I already answered that. That doesn't work for me. Like a river wearing down stone, your steadiness breaks their strategy. Epictetus wrote, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." And freedom comes from saying no, without guilt, without noise, without the need to justify your peace. The world will push your boundaries. Your calm will test their chaos. And in that quiet repetition, you become untouchable. 5. The path of stillness. Toxic people thrive on speed, instant reaction, instant chaos. But Stoics, they move slow. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Before you answer that message, pause. Before you raise your voice, breathe. Stillness isn't passive. It's preparation. It's where your body resets and your reason returns. That moment of silence is not emptiness. It's your mind realigning with control. Modern neuroscience calls this the response window. A pause long enough to override emotional impulse. The next time someone tries to pull you into their storm, don't meet them at the eye of it. Step back, watch it spin. The longer you stay still, the faster their chaos collapses, because nothing unnerves a toxic person more than someone who refuses to react. Stillness is your quiet victory. 6. The path of perspective. Most anger grows in close view. Step back, and it shrinks. The Stoics practiced what they called the view from above, imagining themselves high above the earth, looking down on their life, as if watching from the heavens. From there, what once consumed you, the insult, the argument, the betrayal, becomes almost invisible. You see yourself, the other person, and the moment, as part of a larger story. And suddenly, it's smaller. Modern psychology calls this cognitive reframing. Changing your distance changes your emotion. When you zoom out, you remember how short life is, how brief every irritation truly becomes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Every argument is temporary. Every grudge has an expiration date. Perspective doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Because the more distance you create, the less control they have over your peace." 7. The path of the mirror. The people who anger you most are often the ones holding up a mirror, not to their flaws, to yours. Carl Jung said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." That quote alone could change your life, if you let it. Because sometimes what you call toxic in others is really unhealed in you. The liar you despise shows you where you hide your truth. The arrogant co-worker reveals where your ego still needs validation. The manipulator points to where you still crave control. This isn't blame, it's awareness. The Stoics practiced this daily. They didn't just observe the world, they examined their part in it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up, ask yourself what kind of person you want to be today. When you find yourself triggered, turn the lens inward, not as punishment, but as refinement. The moment you own your shadow, you stop fearing it in others, and when you stop fearing it, no one can use it against you." 8. The path of limitation. Even the strongest walls must sometimes close the gates. You cannot heal in a room that keeps reopening your wounds. You cannot stay calm if you're surrounded by chaos. Limiting your exposure isn't cruelty, it's clarity. Seneca wrote, "Associate with those who make you better." Toxic people won't always vanish when you grow, but you can decide how much of your energy they get. That's the essence of Stoic control. Not over others, but over yourself. Step back. Shorten the calls, decline the invitations that drain you. You owe no one constant access to your mind. Modern psychology calls this boundary management. The Stoics called it discipline, because time is your most sacred resource, and giving it to the wrong people is a slow form of self-destruction. Choose peace over proximity, because not everyone who smiles at you deserves a seat inside your fortress. 9. The path of the fortress. Your mind is a citadel, and not everyone gets a key. Within those walls lives everything that keeps you sane. Your reason, your values, your calm. Every insult that enters is one you allowed through the gate. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Build your fortress with intention. First gate, values. Know what matters. If honesty, peace, and truth are your pillars, you'll see manipulation the moment it arrives. Second gate, perspective. The world doesn't revolve around your irritation. Zoom out, and every provocation loses its edge. Third gate, impermanence. This moment, this conflict, this pain. It won't last, and if it won't last, it's not worth your peace. Your walls aren't there to keep love out. They're there to keep wisdom in. Guard them with reason. Defend them with silence. And remember, a fortress isn't built to isolate you from life, but to protect the best parts of it. 10. The path of gratitude. Anger and gratitude cannot share the same breath. Try it. They cancel each other out. When you focus on what's missing, you drown in resentment. When you focus on what's present, you rise. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." Gratitude doesn't deny the pain. It balances it. In the middle of someone's chaos, pause. Name 3 things still good, still working, still beautiful. It could be the quiet hum of life around you, the breath still moving through your body, or the fact that you can choose this perspective at all. That's not weakness. That's survival. Gratitude reframes every insult, every slight, every betrayal, because no one can steal your peace. If you've already filled your hands with appreciation, a grateful mind is unshakable, because it lives in abundance, not reaction. 11. The path of acceptance. You cannot fix everyone, and you're not supposed to. Some people cling to their pain like a crown. Others weaponize it, turning their misery into control. And you think if you just love them harder, explain it better, forgive them one more time, they'll change. They won't. Not until they choose to. Epictetus taught this truth plainly. Some things are within our control and others are not. Your duty is to your own virtue, not their awakening. You can guide, suggest, model, but you cannot heal what refuses to be healed. And that's not cruelty, it's wisdom. The Stoics didn't waste energy trying to repair others. They improved themselves and, by example, inspired others to follow. Let people walk their path, even if it leads away from you. Acceptance is not surrender, it's trust. Trust that letting go is sometimes the only form of compassion left. 12. The path of release. There comes a point when you've done all you can. You've stayed calm. You've practiced restraint. You've shown understanding, but their poison still lingers. Their shadow still follows you. That's when you walk away, not in anger, but in peace. Walking away doesn't make you weak. It means you finally understand. That silence can be louder than argument. Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it. Don't waste it replaying what you can't repair." Forgiveness, in Stoicism, isn't about them. It's about you. It's not approval. It's release. You stop carrying their weight. You drop the bag of resentment you've been dragging for years, and suddenly you feel light again. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to love, to feel. That's it. That's your peace returning, not through control, but through letting go. Because when you stop trying to fix the world, you start healing yourself." Closing reflection. You've walked 12 Stoic paths, each one a different way to protect your peace and to strengthen your mind, to reclaim your stillness in a noisy world. Recognition. See the threat before it enters. Boundaries. Guard your time and your energy. Indifference. Starve chaos of attention. Repetition. Hold your truth steady. Stillness. Master the pause. Perspective. Rise above the moment. The mirror. Find the lesson within yourself. Limitation. Choose peace over presence. The fortress. Protect your inner citadel. Gratitude. Dissolve anger with appreciation. Acceptance. Release control of others. And finally, release. Walk away lighter, freer, untouchable. Toxic people lose their power. The moment you stop feeding them energy, your calm is your rebellion, your peace is your revenge, and your silence, that's your victory. If any of this spoke to you, if it hit home, even just a little, please click that like button. Share it with someone who's fighting their own storm, because when you share something that moves you, you remind yourself of what matters. Leave your reflection below. I read every single one. Thank you for your time, your trust, and your will to grow. Until we meet again, stay grounded, stay strong, and stay true. Keep this thought ready at daybreak and through the day and night. There is only one path to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Epictetus.